Immigrant senior living in the United States right now, or if someone you love came to this country years ago to build a better future, then what we are talking about today could become one of the most important conversations you hear all year. Because the reality facing many immigrant families in 2026 is this: immigration enforcement, document verification, identity checks, travel scrutiny, and bureaucratic requirements are all becoming more serious, more digital, and in many cases, more complicated than ever before. And while younger immigrants often adapt quickly to changing technology and immigration systems, many seniors find themselves overwhelmed by paperwork, online systems, expired documents, confusing notices, and constantly changing rules. That is why today we are going to talk about the 5 critical documents every immigrant senior should have, protect, organize, and understand in 2026. These documents are not just pieces of paper. They are protection. They are security. They are proof of identity, proof of status, proof of benefits, and in some situations, they can make the difference between solving a problem quickly and facing a stressful immigration nightmare. Many immigrant seniors spent decades working hard in the United States. Some arrived as young workers many years ago. Others came later in life to reunite with children and grandchildren. Some became lawful permanent residents through family sponsorship. Others eventually naturalized as U.S. citizens. And many spent years following every rule, paying taxes, contributing to society, and building communities. But even after decades in America, documentation still matters enormously. Immigration systems rely on records. Government agencies rely on records. Hospitals rely on records. Social Security relies on records. Airports rely on records. And when records are missing, outdated, expired, or inconsistent, problems can happen very quickly, especially during emergencies or stressful situations. The first and most important document every immigrant senior must have is a valid green card or permanent resident card if they are lawful permanent residents. This document is the foundation of everything else. It proves that you have legal permanent resident status in the United States. It confirms your right to live and work in the country. It is often required when applying for benefits, renewing identification documents, traveling internationally, proving eligibility for services, and interacting with government agencies. Yet every year, thousands of immigrant seniors unknowingly allow their green cards to expire because they mistakenly believe permanent residency itself expires with the card. While lawful permanent resident status may continue even after the physical card expires, an expired green card can create enormous practical problems in daily life. Imagine an elderly immigrant needing to renew a driver's license, apply for housing assistance, prove identity at a hospital, or return to the United States after visiting family abroad. An expired green card can complicate all of those situations. Some seniors do not realize renewal processing can take many months. Others feel intimidated by online USCIS systems. Some worry about filing fees or language barriers. But the truth is that waiting too long creates greater risk. USCIS currently uses Form I-90 for standard green card renewals, and applicants should begin the process well before expiration whenever possible. Seniors should also make high-quality photocopies or digital scans of both sides of their green card and store those copies securely with trusted family members or legal representatives. For conditional residents, the situation is even more urgent because 2-year green cards require a different process using Form I-751 to remove conditions. Missing those deadlines can create extremely serious immigration consequences. Many older immigrants are unfamiliar with these distinctions, which is why staying informed matters so much in 2026. Immigration rules continue evolving, processing delays continue fluctuating, and seniors cannot afford to ignore expiration dates or official notices. The second critical document is a valid passport. Many people assume that once they receive a green card, their foreign passport no longer matters. That is absolutely not true. Your passport remains one of your most important identity documents. Even lawful permanent residents often need valid passports for international travel, identity verification, immigration processing, and emergency situations. In 2026, as immigration screening becomes increasingly digital and security-focused, having a current valid passport can make interactions with government agencies smoother and less stressful. For immigrant seniors, renewing a foreign passport can sometimes feel complicated, especially if they have mobility limitations or difficulty traveling long distances to consulates. But many foreign governments now provide expanded consular services for diaspora communities, including special assistance for elderly citizens abroad. Some consulates even offer mobile outreach programs or appointments designed specifically for seniors. If your passport has expired, contact your country's embassy or consulate and ask what options are available. And for immigrants who have naturalized as U.S. citizens, a valid U.S. passport becomes even more important. It is one of the strongest proofs of citizenship and identity available. Seniors who travel internationally to visit family members abroad should always renew passports early because processing times can vary significantly. The third document is one that many people underestimate until they desperately need it: a complete personal immigration file. This means a carefully organized collection of every immigration-related document connected to your life in the United States. Many immigrant seniors have paperwork scattered across drawers, old suitcases, filing cabinets, and boxes in storage. Some documents may be decades old, others may have been lost during moves or family transitions. But rebuilding and organizing that file is one of the smartest things an immigrant family can do. A complete immigration file should include copies of green cards, visas, passports, I-94 travel records, USCIS approval notices, naturalization certificates if applicable, work authorization cards, tax records related to immigration filings, immigration court paperwork if any exists, social security documentation, marriage certificates, birth certificates, and copies of applications previously submitted to immigration authorities. Why does this matter so much? Because government databases sometimes contain errors. Dates can be inconsistent, old records can be incomplete, names may be spelled differently across documents. And during stressful situations, such as immigration interviews, travel inspections, or benefit applications, having immediate access to accurate records can save enormous time and anxiety. For seniors who arrived in America decades ago, records from the early years of immigration history may be especially difficult to replace later. That is why building and preserving a personal immigration archive is so important. Adult children and caregivers should strongly consider helping elderly parents organize these documents in both physical binders and secure digital folders. In emergencies, organized paperwork becomes an incredible source of stability. The fourth critical document involves Social Security records. Many immigrant seniors depend heavily on Social Security retirement benefits, disability benefits, Medicare eligibility, or survivor benefits. Yet many people never carefully review whether their Social Security information actually matches their immigration records perfectly. Small discrepancies can create surprisingly serious problems. A misspelled name, incorrect birth date, or mismatch between immigration records and Social Security records can delay benefits, trigger identity verification problems, or complicate medical and financial situations. Every immigrant senior should create a secure online Social Security account through the Social Security Administration website and review their earnings history carefully. If there are missing years of employment or incorrect information, it is important to begin correcting those records immediately. Some immigrants worked under slightly different names earlier in life. Others changed names after marriage or naturalization. These details matter. Accurate records become especially important when seniors begin relying more heavily on retirement and healthcare systems. For immigrant seniors who came to the United States later in life and may not have accumulated extensive work histories, understanding eligibility rules becomes critically important. Some individuals qualify through spouses. Others may qualify through survivor benefits. Immigration status and Social Security law intersect in complex ways, and misunderstanding eligibility can lead people to miss benefits they rightfully deserve. This is why seniors should not hesitate to speak with qualified professionals who understand both immigration and Social Security systems. The fifth critical document involves travel authorization and re-entry planning. This area creates confusion for many immigrant seniors because international travel is deeply connected to family life. Many elderly immigrants travel abroad for extended periods to care for relatives, attend funerals, visit aging siblings, or spend time with loved ones. But long trips outside the United States can create immigration risks for permanent residents. Immigration officers carefully evaluate whether lawful permanent residents are truly maintaining America as their permanent home. Trips lasting longer than 6 months may trigger additional questioning upon return to the United States. Trips longer than 1 year can become extremely dangerous without proper preparation. Many seniors do not realize that re-entry permits exist specifically to help protect permanent resident status during extended travel. Form I-131 allows certain permanent residents to apply for re-entry permits before leaving the United States. This document demonstrates intent to maintain residency and can provide important protection during long absences. Additionally, individuals with pending adjustment of status applications must understand advance parole requirements. Leaving the country without proper authorization can sometimes destroy pending immigration applications entirely. This is why seniors planning international travel should always consult immigration professionals before departure, especially if trips may extend for many months due to health emergencies or family obligations abroad. Now, let's step back and talk about something even bigger than paperwork. These documents represent preparation, they represent dignity, they represent peace of mind. For immigrant seniors, especially those living alone or navigating aging-related challenges, having organized documents can dramatically reduce fear and uncertainty. Adult children watching this video should consider sitting down with parents or grandparents and creating a family document plan together. Ask simple questions. Where are the passports stored? Is the green card current? Are social security records accurate? Does anyone know where immigration paperwork is located in an emergency? Too often, families only begin searching for important documents during medical emergencies, travel crises, immigration appointments, or unexpected legal situations. By then, stress levels are already extremely high. Taking time now to organize and secure documentation is one of the most practical acts of love and protection a family can provide. There is also another important reality we need to discuss openly in 2026. Many immigrant communities are experiencing increased fear about immigration enforcement.